Hi fam, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chineye Omogo Simon. I know it's been a while you saw this face. I know it's been a while you saw this face on this channel. Yeah, it's been a while. But before I go ahead with what I have to talk about today, I want to give a shout out to the 1,600 subscribers that we currently have on this channel. Yay! You guys are the real deal. Man, you are the real deal. I celebrate you guys. Thank you so much for joining this amazing community. Thank you for following us. I really, 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 really appreciate you. So today, I want to talk about my struggles so far since I relocated to Cotonou. If you've been following me since last year, you will notice that I dropped a video where I talked about my relocation, and shortly after that, I also dropped a video regarding my observation concerning Naira crash. Yeah, so I remember someone asking me in one of those videos, why the relocation? What's the really reason for the relocation? And I was like, nah man, no, nah man carry me come here. He na him carry me come here o. A quick background on why I came here. So I got married to my husband, and because he resides here, I had to relocate to this place because a long distance relationship is not just my thing. I'm not cut out for that. I'm not ready for that. So I had to relocate here with him. But before that, it was after my wedding that it dawned on me that I'm leaving my first baby behind. You may be wondering what my first baby is. So I've been running a footwear brand for a while now in Nigeria. Yeah, before my wedding. And it was after my wedding that I was like, Chineye, you're really leaving this thing behind though. I was seriously, I was all emotional. I was all emotional. And I remember my hesitation when I and my husband went to my former apartment to pack some of my things. And I remember the hesitation. I was like, babe, let's stay like one more day. Let's stay like 2 more days. But this man was so excited to take his wife home. So he, I didn't know. I don't even think that he understand how I was feeling at that point. So yeah, but that was the reality. That was the reality for me. I was listening to Elon Musk, one of the Elon Musk interview the other day, and during the interview, at a point, he got emotional, and he got emotional. I was like, and he said something during the interview. He said, building a business is like having a baby. Like it's not enough to have a baby. You have to go ahead and nurture the baby, take care of the baby, watch the baby grow, you know. So I can perfectly understand that comment, because for someone who started a business from almost nothing, that's a different story altogether. For someone who started a business with almost nothing, and grew it to a certain point, okay, and then you just find out that for one reason or the other, you have to separate yourself from this business. To avoid misunderstanding, the business is still running. Yeah, the business is still running in Nigeria. It's just that my physical presence is not there. Yeah. And yes, I handed the administrative roles like over to someone else. Yeah. Yeah. But the business itself is still running in Nigeria. Talking about my struggles since I came to Cotonou. One may think that it's going to be, all rosy. It's going to be all rosy. But unfortunately, it wasn't. It still feels it still feels like I'm still trying to like get used to things. Like I know it's not gonna be easy. I know it won't be easy, but What I did not know was that it's going to be this hard. I used to say this a lot of times. I'm like, I didn't know it's going to be this hard though, you know. This is my first time relocating to a different, city altogether, far away from home, like far away from home. The only family that I have here is my husband. That's the only family that I have here. So I came here, I didn't know anybody except my husband. I was very far away from my mom, my dad, my siblings, and so it wasn't just easy, sincerely. Sometimes I miss home, and sometimes my husband will look at me and my mood and was like, "You miss your mom." I don't even know how he used to know that. I don't even know how he used to know that I miss my mom, or I miss my family. I don't know how you usually figure that out, but yeah, that's part of my reality. Yeah, sometimes I miss my family. That it makes me want to cry. Like, it makes me want to cry. Yeah, I'm a family oriented person, but which was one of the reasons why I didn't go for distance relationship. It's not my thing. Yeah. So on coming here, the first challenge that I encountered here was airtime and data charges. I was coming from Nigeria where we used to complain, MTN, una too dey chop person money, that kind thing. We always complain that MTN and all these airtime service providers will be that we used to spend much. We used to complain that we spend much on data and airtime in Nigeria. But on coming here, I noticed that I was even enjoying, I was enjoying in Nigeria. So the first month I came here, man, I spent a lot of money on airtime and data. At a point, I had to tell myself, girl, I had to draw myself closer, advise myself. I had to advise myself, say, babe, you need to take it easy, because if you end up spending all your savings on airtime and data, you've not started making money here, now you lost. So I had to like advise myself and then cut down on, how much I spend on airtime on data. That was my first reality here, and that has been my reality up to this moment. I'm yet to get used to it too. I'm yet to get used to the airtime and data charges here, unlike what I've always been used to. The second challenge that I faced here was language challenge. So most people here speak French language. Some people speak Yoruba, and others speak the language called Fongbe. I hope I am able to get that pronunciation right. These were the three languages that people speak here. And unfortunately, I don't know how to speak any of them. It's as bad as if you hear anybody that is speaking English by your side, like it feels like a miracle. It feels like you've seen your own, like Onya Abunya, Onya Abonkai, that kind of thing. Like if you see anybody here who can speak English generally, like there's this excitement that it gives. There's this excitement that it gives. Yeah. So you can imagine a situation whereby you go to a hospital. Like I've had this funny experience. I was sick and I had to be in the hospital so that I will get checked. And yeah, it happened that I got there and the person that's to take care of me cannot understand English language. I too cannot speak French. It was even when I came here that I discovered this feature in our keypad. Okay, in our keypad, the Google translation features. It allows you to, translate to any language of choice depending on the person that you are communicating with. So you can translate to French, you can translate to German or any other language. All right. So it was when I relocated here that I discovered that feature. So you don't necessarily have to go to Google to type something before coming back to paste it or tell the person about it. So while you are just like typing the message, you are translating it right there with your keypad. So that was when I discovered that, and it's really been helpful. It's really been helpful. So that very day that I went to the hospital, I make use of it to type, the things that was wrong with me, how I was feeling. It's not something that I'm used to before, The doctor was able to get what was wrong with me and then prescribe some drugs for me. Other ways that you can go about it is if you are lucky to find someone who understands English that is there, okay? You can just like speak English and the person will translate to French. Then the doctor will also speak French and the person will translate to you via English. Yeah. Another way you can go about it is by giving signs, That's actually funny. Giving signs. But anyhow, communication must happen. Whether you are speaking French or you are using Google Translation to write it, or someone is translating it for you, or you are giving signs. Communication must happen. That's the most important thing. Although recently I'm making genuine efforts to learn one or two things in French. Before now, the only thing I know in French is bonjour, ça va, just au revoir, that kind of thing. So, but I'm making deliberate effort to learn French online. There's this app I'm using to learn French recently, and it's really been interesting. Yeah, it's really been interesting. So I'm hoping that at the end of the day, I will get better. Yeah, I'll get better with French. I'm hoping. I'm hoping because I've come to understand that English is very easy sef. Like French is one difficult subject. Like they kind of turn everything upside down. They turn everything upside down. So, but I'll really, really be glad if I'm able to learn French, even if it is broken French. Let me be able to be communicating with French. I will really, really, love that. So I hope we'll get there. Yeah, I hope we'll get there. Another struggle that I had here when I came was indecision. I was becoming indecisive on what to do with my life. I don't know if you've felt you've had that experience like you have everything figured out in your head, right? But then when it now comes to taking action, you get confused. When it comes to taking action, it's like you're not confused on what to do. Like you don't know what to do again. Even when you know that you already have it figured out in your head. I don't know if this makes sense at all, but at a time it was becoming frustrating. I was like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Obviously, I felt this is going to be another opportunity. I've always had a desire to like extend my business beyond borders, when we've grown to a certain stage. So, and I honestly feel that this is a good opportunity to do that. But then I came here and I noticed that it's not as easy as I had it figured out in my head. It's different for you to have something figured out in your head and then you taking the action. Yeah, they are two different things. It's not the same thing, right? So at a time, I was now like, what do I do? Should I go ahead and start building my business just the way I started in Nigeria, or I should just get a job? I should just get a job and be doing, you know, I remember this was not the only challenge that I was facing. I was also facing other personal challenges, other difficulties here and there. As a newly married bride, there are a lot of things that you need to like adapt to, get used to, and all that. Like life is not all rosy. Life is not all rosy. Whoever that tells you that life is all sweet is lying to you. I was in between getting a job and starting my business. But one thing I do know is that starting my business and building it, even to the point that I built it in Nigeria, it's going to take time. It's not something that is going to happen overnight. So I already know that one. Like that one is right here in my head. So at a point, it was becoming frustrating on what to do. I feel like I know what I want to do, but then doing it becomes a problem. So at the time, I had to speak to someone. Person was like, I can totally understand how you feel. And for someone like me who it's been a while, that I worked for someone. It was really, I was having difficulty coming to that conclusion to go back, you know, to that stage again, go back to working for someone again. So, but after speaking with someone and the person was like, sis, I can understand how you feel. I totally understand you, I had to make a decision. I had to make a decision at some point. I started submitting applications in some schools because I'm someone who loves to teach as well. The first job that I got, the salary was just nothing. It was just nothing to write home about. And then I had to consider the distance from my house to that place. At the end of the day, you know, so I didn't take the job. I didn't take the job. So the second one that I got, I had to like take it, even though the salary is still the same thing. Is nothing to write home about. The salary was nothing. But at that point, I was already like, my mental health was already at stake. Yeah, my mental health was already at stake, and I wanted to get out from the house, right? I don't want to keep on like thinking on what to do and what not to do. I want to like get to work, do it, do one first. Let's see how it goes. So at that point, I really, really wanted to get out from the house, be going out often. So I had to take the job. Yeah, I had to take the job. And I took the job with the intention that as I'm doing the job, I'll also be doing my business by the side. Before I got the job, I was creating content for my YouTube channel and I was dropping the content, right? But I noticed that after I got the job, I realized that the workload was just too much. I don't want to go into details about my experiences in that place. I don't want to go into details. I discovered that the workload was just too much. You can imagine a situation whereby I'm leaving my house by 7 a.m. and I'm coming back by 5 p.m. And I have to come back to take care of other things in my house. So I didn't have time for my YouTube channel anymore. I didn't have time for anything regarding my business. I just dedicated the whole time to the school. I dedicated my whole time to the school. So I didn't have any time. I was struggling to even have my own time. I was struggling to have my own time as in to myself. At a point I got sick. At a point I got sick and it wasn't easy. But for every experience in life, there's always something to learn. Yeah, I was able to learn one or two things from the whole experience. And I'm grateful for that. Footwear making is something that I'm very, very passionate about. Like I know even when I started it, some people were like, is this what you're going to use and feed yourself? Is this what you're going to survive with and all that? I got some discouraging talks, here and there, but I still push on. This is something that I love doing, and I also love impacting the knowledge to others. So it's not something that I'm willing to like let go for now. I feel like there are a whole lot of things like I still need to explore in this business, which I've not even explored. A whole lot of things I'll still love to do, which I've not even done. Do you understand? So it's not something I'm willing to let go for now. Like I'm still too attached to it. I'm not willing to like let go. Even when things don't look all that rosy, I still feel like something good is going to like come out of this eventually one day, you know. So that's just the mindset that I have concerning this venture. I'm grateful that I'm gradually getting used to the environment. I'm getting used to the environment. I'm beginning to like adapt well here. I'm beginning to adapt well here, unlike when I came here initially. And that's it. I thought I should just share some of my struggles with you. I've been wanting to like do this for a while now. Yeah, but I've been holding back. But I feel like I feel like maybe one or two persons will be able to learn something from this experience of mine. And maybe you can share your own experience so that I too can, learn one or two things from you. However, I am grateful for a lot of things, among which are one, I'm grateful for the gifts of the Holy Spirit. Lately, I'm beginning to have this knowledge about the Holy Spirit. Like I'm getting to know the Holy Spirit the more and try to build that relationship with Him. And I'm just grateful for His presence in my life, because sometimes when it seems so overwhelming, when life becomes so overwhelming, I just say a silent prayer and I'm like, Holy Spirit, just help me. Holy Spirit, just take charge, and everything just becomes fine. I feel this peace, within me. So I'm super, super grateful for the peace that the Holy Spirit brings, the direction that He brings, and I'm super grateful for the gifts of the Holy Spirit. Yeah. So I'm grateful for the gifts of my husband. Yeah. I'm grateful for the gifts of my husband, because I don't know how this journey, this marriage journey, relocation journey, career struggle journey would have been if I didn't marry the kind of man that I married. So I'm super, super grateful for the gifts of my husband. I don't take it for granted. I don't take it for granted that I'm doing this with him. Yeah, I don't take it for granted. So I'm super, super grateful for the church that I met here. They feel like family far away from home. They are like family far away from home, and I'm grateful for each and every member of that family. Yeah. I'm grateful for this YouTube family. I'm grateful for this amazing community that we are building. I know that it's not, it looks like the growth is, small. The growth is not happening fast. The growth is slow at the moment. But I know that one day, yeah, one day we are going to grow to a big community. Yeah, and I hope you are here to witness it that time. I'm looking forward to, us growing to 10,000 subscribers, 1 million subscribers. I'm looking forward to that day, seriously. I'm optimistic. I'm also looking forward to a day that different people across the world will be like share um you know the experiences they've had since they encountered this channel. Looking forward to this, someone will be like, thank God for this channel, thank God for opening this channel, thank God, if not for this channel I wouldn't have learned this, if not for this channel I wouldn't have learned that. I'm looking forward to that day. I'm looking forward to that day where someone is going to be grateful for meeting this channel, because the whole essence of my showing up here is just like, to give out to the society. I've always been that person who wants to like give out the little I have to the society, right? So I'm looking forward to the day where someone will say, I can feel the impact from this channel and I'm grateful for this channel. Yeah, so I'm grateful for each and every one of you. And if you are seeing my face or this channel for the first time, I would encourage you to join this amazing community. This is an amazing community. You have no idea. It's an amazing community. So I encourage you to join us. Yeah. And please, you know that saying now, onye nyere ya nye. If you get to benefit from something, try and also extend it to others. If you're benefiting from this channel, you can also let others benefit by liking our videos, commenting. One thing about commenting, when you comment, drop your opinion, YouTube gets to like tell the other person, see what is happening there. Are you aware of what is happening there? That person is someone who loves, what we are doing here, and you to be like, go there, now there it dey happen. You understand? So please try and I love to hear your feedbacks, I love to hear your feedbacks. Not just what I'm getting right, yeah, because I'm not perfect. Like if there's any way I'm not getting it right, I'd love to hear from you. Like, share your thoughts in the comment section. Like our video, share, tell your neighbor about what is happening here. Tell them that we are building an amazing community. And I'd love you to be part of that community. So that is it for today. I hope to be showing this page once in a while. Yeah, to tell you about my experiences. Yeah. here in Cotonou. If you followed me up to this point, I really want to thank you so much for sticking around, for sitting down to watch me and listen to me. Thank you so much for watching this very video. Thank you so much for following me up to this point. I celebrate you. So I'm going to be seeing you again in another video. Take care of yourself. Bye.